Okay. Now, may I request all of you to please have your cameras on? It is important. And I would also request you to confirm if my audio is perfectly fine. I've changed my laptop, so I have to readjust a few settings. It's all good? Loud and clear? Okay. So, I think, is anyone who just gave any of their interviews in UPSC other than civil services? I can see Rowan is there, but I'm checking with those who gave CAPF or any other such. Couple? Which interview was this?
That, November 2024, I gave UPSC EPF interview.
How was it?
I could not clear it, sir.
Why? What happened?
I think the problem was in written exam.
Hmm.
Interview went decent.
Okay. All right. Zoom user, what's your story?
Yeah, sir. Good afternoon. I've given CDSE interview, SSB, in
Okay.
December 2024.
Okay. No, CDS is not. I mean, I'm talking about those conducted by UPSC. CDS is again conducted by UPSC, but SSB has a role to play. But you go and appear in the UPSC Bhavan for it. Those interviews. Okay. No worries. So, how is everyone doing? I see that all of you are done with your prelims. Congratulations. How were your last few days? What all did you do? It's a very important question that I'm asking. Be brutally honest. What all did you do? Talk all what you have to do about the last few days. Soumya?
Yes, so the last few days I spent time with my family. I think they also got accustomed to silence till 4:30, and they were also sort of eating healthy with me. So they also felt like they have now finished their prelims. So my mom was telling me it feels so nice to be able to talk to you in the morning sometimes. And then today is also my birthday, so I'm taking time with my friends and just, eating cake. I had some cake and sugar. So, yeah, that's how I'm spending my time.
So, happy birthday. And so happy to have rescheduled this call so that we all can wish you happy birthday today.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, good. And you're clearing prelims, right? Soumya, this time around? Because those who are, they know they're doing it. They will not wait until the last day.
Yes, so I am clearing it.
Okay,
Uh, yeah.
good. Uh, Himanshu, after you.
Sir, so first of all, happy birthday to Soumya. And I started making call to my home twice a day instead of just once. So
Okay.
I'm more to my parents. And for last 4 days, I have watched some Netflix and also episodes of Ethics because I want to complete it.
Why?
So because I haven't touched it in last 4 months or so, and I want to complete it so I can also focus on
See,
PSIR. It
up until now, you would have realized that it's not never about hard work, it's about smart work. So I've asked you to relax for a few days.
I relaxed totally. I just watched one episode per day. That's it.
Okay. All right, good. Tell me all your interesting vices. You were supposed to devour in gluttony, greed, envy, wrath. Give me something interesting. Share some ideas. What all did you do? Yeah, watching ethics or having cake. Having cake is fine. It's her birthday. Jyotsna?
Hello, everyone. A very happy birthday to you, Soumya. I have been sleeping a lot. Like, I was just sleeping. I have
Okay.
been eating a lot of trash and sleeping. But because I do feel that my prelims wasn't great because I did make silly mistakes. Right after the prelims exam, I finished the orientation class, which we had got the link for. But after that, my parents were like, "What is this? You're not supposed to do this." And then I was like, "Okay, then I just need to sleep." and I need to eat whatever I feel like eating. So yes, gained a few kgs, if I can say that. So yeah, that's what
Okay.
I've done.
Good. Ranbir has been engaged in many wild parties, so I'll give him a pass. Himanshu?
So I was not doing much, but I was thinking that I could have done at least sleep. Like I'm not a sleepy person at all. So I was just thinking maybe I could have done a little bit better. So I could be more sure about that. But my CSAT was very great. Like I'm really happy that I
Okay.
did that in my CSAT.
CSAT is just qualifying, doesn't matter. And it's easy also. Okay. No one watched any movie that, that may make you lose a few IQ points. No one did that. No one had that rage. You can always have that rage at me. Soumya has his birthday, so I'll give her the chance again to
Yeah.
speak. Go on.
My sister made me watch Final Destination and I lost brain cells. So that's why I raised my hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Shanmadan, after you.
So today I watched one movie, very interesting movie. Its name is Backstabbing for Beginners. It's about the UN employee. So I watched it in Amazon Prime. Yeah, I think you watched it too. Back.
Okay. That's a wild suggestion. Good. Thanks for sharing. Now, one thing I need to say out loud. I'm truly delighted to receive all your emails. I'm truly delighted that you all performed to the best of your abilities in your prelims examination. But now I think we should get to serious business. I will say with all my heart that I'm now going to break your heart. This will, in fact, crush your heart. Your prelims examination is irrelevant. I know it's a very controversial statement to make, but someone should say this. It is irrelevant. It does not gauge your intelligence. Okay? It does not gauge your capabilities. It is a ludicrous filtration mechanism that UPSC stuck with for ages. That is what it is. Just think about this. What is the purpose of UPSC exam? What is the purpose? Select the best civil servants who are both civil and servants. They are the steel frame, servants to the people of India. But we all know what is happening. Who are they serving? Are they civil or not? Of course, there are exceptions, but majority are a bunch of lemmings, driven by hunger for power, privilege, show-offs. Even during their probation, you see, they show off. Of course, there will be hundreds of misfitters in just a few years. Hopefully, just a couple of years. These misfitters will go on to do their duties with diligence and honesty. But what is the situation right now? Every year, over 1 million people apply for UPSC civil services. We know this? More than 1 million. And out of those, 10,000 make it through prelims. That's less than 1%. And all of that is still fine. But this mass scale elimination of over 1 million candidates, how is this taking place? This should be a national security issue. It takes your recruiting your civil services, the IFS, the IPS, the IAS, bases 100 MCQs. You have a goddamn constitutional body. The purpose of that body is to recruit India's steel frame. But we have this obnoxious mass scale elimination. And because of this obnoxious mass scale elimination, India today is losing out some remarkable beings, incredible people who could have been asset to this country. But unfortunately, we have a system that is optimizing for luck in this examination. Of course, at MisFits, we realized that there is hack to get past that hurdle. But honestly speaking, I'm not very proud of the fact that we had to spend at least 2 months on this hack. Whatever we did for 2 months, of course, we grew in that journey. But I'm not proud of the fact that we have to leverage this hack. At a foundational level, I'm still devastated by the pattern which is set in stage 1. And anyone rational should be. Prelims is not the measure of your intelligence. UPSC itself can prove this. There is no understanding of governance. There is no understanding of problem solving. It's a measure of your ability to play a high-stake game of statistical poker. That is what we did. We mastered the art of conjectures, and I'm so glad most of us came through. Despite not wrapping up few papers, despite not wrapping up few part of your syllabus, still worked out. So to all those clearing prelims, congratulations. But you should know that it does not decide your intelligence at all, especially this prelims examination. To all those who may not clear the examination, you should also know this. Do not ever let this examination dictate or decide who you are. We are more than just this piece of paper with 100 questions data set. How many of you have heard of Tina Dabi? One of the most popular civil servants. No? I'll tell you how precarious this examination is. Huge component of luck in prelims. Tina got rank 1. A few years ago, she got rank 1. And on that year, she was not able to clear the general category cutoff for prelims the same year. Rukmani Riyar, she got second rank in UPSC Civil Services, I think in 2012. Someone told me about her story. I think I read about it also. She barely cleared prelims. The year she got second rank, she barely cleared it. I think just 0 marks. Her score was exactly out of the cutoff for that year. And there are a gazillion such stories. Chandraprabha, one of the misfitters, she struggled to crack prelims multiple times. But when she did, she got into IRS. Clearly, something is wrong. It tells us how useless this stage 1 is. And I'm astounded no one is making any attempt to change the stage 1. Of course, the industry should hate it because now they will have to rejuggle and build a new plan. But I would want this to change. Someone who is not able to clear the prelims cutoff for general category, it's now scoring the highest marks for meets and interviews. How are you deciding? Someone who could have failed prelims just by marking one answer wrong is an IS officer today, got second rank. So yeah, of course, this pattern should change. But whatever the scenario is, some of the misfitters, they have turned this advantage into an advantage. And we know how we did that. And we will continue to do that throughout our mains and throughout the interviews. Okay. We'll use logical conjectures, we'll use econometrics, we'll use structuring, we'll use cognitive priming, we'll use consulting hacks, we'll use all kinds of Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed to see our name in the list. And once we make it to the list, perhaps we'd go on to change this pattern also. But for now, all our energies should be to figure out ways and means to see our name under 100 in the list. Those allied services are not elite. Just being honest. Of course, people will take offense to it, but that's the case. Just ask yourself, no one writes this examination with the dream that I will one day become Indian Postal Service officer. So congratulations to all those who cleared prelims. You know who you are. But you should understand that you will not be given medals for this feat. There are many candidates, it's their hobby now to crack prelims, write mains, and reappear next year. Once in a while, they will appear for interviews, but they don't see their name in the list. Because something fundamentally wrong is what they are doing. Your rank, your service cadre, even your promotions, and the way things are currently in TRBG these days. It is decided, it is dictated by how you perform in your mains and also in your interviews. We will have a detailed mains-oriented session for GS papers, essay, ethics tomorrow. Don't worry about that. Today's session is entirely dedicated to my favorite optional subject in the whole world, political science and international relations. I live and breathe this subject. Having said this, I may cover some parts around mains if time permits today, but a detailed subject-wise session will take place tomorrow. So let's come back to PSIR. That is a marvelous subject in the whole world. I live and breathe this subject. Some of you already present here know this why. Anyone from PSIR optional classes who have gone through the lectures at least once, not the ones who recently enrolled? Go on, Myra, tell me more about it. Are you excited to study it again?
Yes, sir. I'm excited to study it again, and I was beginning to rewatch all the classes again, because although I have covered all the classes, but the excitement of like doing it again, and also to make proper notes of this PSIR optional. So I'm excited.
Okay. Janani, think about that journey when we ended PSIR.
Sir, I still remember how excited I was when I wanted to join the classes immediately when you had posted it. But then from there to attending every episode live, almost all the episodes live, and to writing down each and every answer, it was a wonderful journey that I cherish and I still miss. So I really hope, like, on clearing this prelims, we'll have some more sessions about PSIR answer writing classes along with you, because
You
it's one
still
of the
need
best
that?
memories. Of course.
Okay.
I don't think anyone would say no to it. But then, so I really hope to clear prelims this time. I also started rewatching lectures and like just like Myra, and started making notes of it, because you know it was also a Netflix series in a way, right? So yeah, so I enjoyed it.
Okay. Himanshu?
Sir, I am excited to cover it again because I want us, those misfitters who are enrolled in that batch, to score the highest ever in PSIR, so that the world knows there is a world beyond Rajendra Lane where PSIR is taught, and in the manner that you can comprehend it, like in a funny and intellectually curious manner, not just like rote learning almost 9 or 10 bundles of those thick pages. I don't want that. So I am excited for that, sir.
Please don't get personal with anyone. And okay, good. See, there will be some bit of learning that you have to do because it gets difficult to reproduce answers in a time constrained format. You will have to practice those structures that we have discussed. So that element has to be there because that's how we engineered the way to score a good score. Of course, conceptual foundation clarity will be there, but you've got to learn a few hacks, cram those hacks, practice those hacks. And we've done that. Shivani, were you part of PSIR?
Yes, I was part of PSIR, and again, like it might be one of the most same reason as soon as GS class ended and as soon as the news of PSIR classes came, it was the most happiest moment for me because at the very first instance when I thought about UPSC, I had thought about PSIR, but I had no confidence about me doing PSIR because it's just not a liking, it's expertise of the subject, and I had no confidence how would I get into it, being from engineering background. But the moment you said, for me, it was just like the best thing. And the whole experience of PSIR is something you cannot. I'll just say to everybody who wishes to do, don't. I cannot. Nobody can express in words because the entire journey and the experience of PSIR is something which will take you from a point A to somewhere in a zenith world where you can look at the entire world in a very different direction. So yeah, the only regret I what I have is I couldn't attend each and every class live because of the job timings, but whichever I could and I attended has been the best. So you must have not seen me much, but yeah.
Okay, good. And I think it's like Jenny mentioned, it's a Netflix series. So it doesn't matter how you attend it. And today we'll discuss 60 days strategy. 60 day is what and how you have to leverage those 7 seasons. How you will do it, what phases you will do it. We'll discuss all that. Rachri?
Um, Good afternoon, sir. So, even me also, although I didn't, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't think you appeared for prelims this time around, right?
I
You were not
didn't.
eligible for it.
I was, sir, but
Okay.
I had planned it earlier itself that my first attempt would be after my master's, after
Okay. So you can ignore 60 days challenge.
But still, sir, I really want to like start answer writing to learn it.
So that's what I'm
And
saying. You have to do certain things in phases.
yeah, I know,
Okay.
but still, sir,
Okay.
it's after all about learning. So I just want to engage.
Okay. All right. Tell us what were you about to say? I think she dropped off. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you.
I think you were saying something, no? Before I interjected.
Oh, no, sir. It was just about learning. And also, I started rewatching the lectures because I made life notes where I missed a lot of things. So I have started rewatching and I really like it. Like, I started from, I think, season 4, Miscellaneous Minds. And you were talking about behavioralism and logical positivism and all just the day before I started watching. And then all I could relate with whatever Donald Trump is doing with Harvard and all. So yeah, it's really nice and connecting everything again, restarting. So yeah, and also I'm ready for next year. Like now I have started my full serious preparation for next year. Let's see how it works out.
Okay, good. And this will be very fun because what we did was we predicted quite a few things in terms of what will happen in IR. And now we are seeing whatever is happening. So you would have a lot of fun as you perhaps more fun going through the episodes and seasons right now than you would have had a few days ago. So interesting. Adityan, did you appear for prelims?
Yes, sir.
Are you clearing it?
Yes, sir. I think I will clear it.
How much are you expected in your category, whatever that is?
I expect around 85 plus marks
Yep.
would be.
Good. All right.
Yes.
Tell us more about.
Yes, sir. Before joining PSIR classes, economy was my one of the favorite about UPSC syllabuses. However, gradually attending PSIR classes, the stakes of PSIR got above and above. And if I ask now, I would say both PSIR and economy was the favorite subjects of mine. And still, I remember the Rawls theory of justice and Gandhi's way of living hinged in mind. So I was really happy to revisit them.
Okay, nice. Vishnu, did you appear for prelims?
Yes, I have paid for the prelims.
Okay.
I think I'm clearing it.
Good.
I spoke to you on the day of the prelims also.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, sir. And actually, my optional was public administration. I just switched it to PSIR because of you.
Okay.
I'm enjoying the classes.
That's a huge
Yes, sir.
responsibility for me, and
Yes,
I'm sure you will not regret this.
yes, sir. I also took a huge risk of change after doing all such efforts to PubBad and switching to PSIR. And I'm enjoying it really. All the examples are naturally coming and the flow is organic.
Mhm.
I don't even do remember those examples. Even this, like, for example, I still remember that Hong Kong extradition bill examples, billion wall examples. I don't even to put an effort to remember and write it. It's organically, it's organically coming to me.
Okay, good. Well, last try, Simran, then we'll start with our plan. Go on,
Good
Simran.
afternoon, sir. So, honestly, PSIR episodes are one of my most favorite things in the world, and right now I have been forcefully stopping myself to start it again because I wanted to wait until you take this class. And attending those sessions have made me realize how much I want to build a career in that field.
All right, good. So, and by the way, again, I would want to reiterate one thing. Do not worry about interviews at all at this stage. It will be my responsibility. At this stage, you will not think at all about personality test. Okay, once you go through the entire journey of doing the optional end to end, you will be ready, at least at the core. There are a few minor refinements that we have to work on, and we'll work around it. You have to aim for 200 in the interviews, and that will happen. Now, your every living breath for the next 60 days, it should be spent on how to fetch extra marks in every question in your mains. Because we realize the relevance of mains. Prelims is just qualifying, you qualified. Now let's focus on mains, where it's not just qualifying. You have to, there has to be a difference between a misfitter and a regular person appearing for the mains examination. That difference should be there. Okay, so PSIR is one subject that I have not just mastered during my time at the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy, but a subject I also practiced during my time in the UN, during my time in the Minister's Office in Petroleum Ministry. And I have to say this, I've studied private equity, venture capital, worked in these domains, corporate finance, marketing, in and through my business school. But somehow those subjects, they all confine to what we study here in PSIR. From history to geography to philosophy to how you invest your money to how to live a good life to even how to rule. Who is a statesman? How should a statesman behave? The subject is a marvel. And we've seen the purpose of the subject in the initial few classes. What is the relevance of it? Why it matters? So to all of you, there should be absolutely no excuse for you to not be scoring the highest ever marks in the subject this year. Why? Because there are certain mistakes that you will not make. You will allow your friends to make those mistakes, and I'm happy to discuss this. There could be some of you who would have cleared mains, appeared for mains in the past, and I'm happy to take your questions also. It's a discussion. Number one, for this optional, do not join a crash course or test series. It is a waste of time. It is a waste of energy. Let me repeat this. Do not join a crash course or test series. It will be waste of time, waste of energy. Why do I say this? Anyone? It's very different advice. Right now, I think everyone is thinking which crash course, which test series will go in person, feel the examination. Himanshu, go on.
Crash course I personally avoid because they just talk about the superficial things which are currently happening or the current event, and they aren't related with foundation. So anyways, it will be a mixture. Like you will question your foundation eventually after ending the crash course. And with test series, it happens that random person checking your answer will give random advice, and then you will go back to your foundation and you will think whether I should take that advice or I should stick with my foundations. So that will, I think it will create a bulky kind of notes which you won't revise at the end of the exam.
Okay. See, the entire industry of crash courses, test series, these are money minting industries. Now is the time when many of your friends, peers, they will get attracted to some useless crash courses. 2,000, 3,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees, whatever. Thinking, it's a minimal investment. That time is of essence. That's the most important investment that you will make. There's a very interesting Japanese proverb. It says that cheap people, they pay twice. They focus on buying substandard things. And then they, again, keep on paying multiple times, again and again, again and again. Certain things are important. So do not waste your crucial hours writing substandard tests, waiting anxiously for your marks in the test series, commuting to test centers. Please allow your friends to do it. And that is why they will just be artificially busy during their means preparation. But none of you will do this. I'll tell you what actually happens in test series. You will write a test, that's fine. But the problem is you will wait for 10 days or 7 days to get hold of your marks or to analyze the paper. Someone who will check your paper is the person who has failed this examination multiple times. They will check your copy. They will give you some vague comments that have been given to them by the lead in whichever industry they are in. But the problem is not this. The problem is a question that you wrote 10 days ago or 7 days ago, you've forgotten it. The learning is gone. Whatever test you are writing, that test needs to be analyzed the same day. That is how improvements will take place. If you're waiting for 7 days, it's a wasted attempt. You wasted 3 hours, 4 hours with some vague comments. It's a waste. You didn't learn anything. So whatever test you will write, and you will write, that needs to be analyzed the same day. Not by someone else, but by you. Now that is important. And that is exactly what I want to teach you. I may conduct a few special sessions for PSIR. Not many, but a few. Where I'll show you and tell you how to check your own answers. How to think like an examiner. How to find out not just what you wrote, but what you should have written. That's what I will teach you, which is extremely critical at this stage. I don't want you to be wasting even single second taking the advice of some random person in some random coaching center. You should trust yourself. That's what I want to teach you. To be extremely honest, if I wanted to, I could have easily created a test series today, put a 10,000 price tag on it, and you would have bought it. In today's day and age that we live in, I'll be again honest. Use ChatGPT to create questions. Hire someone who has not cleared UPSC to check your answers. While I stay in Bali or wherever, everything will be automatized, money credited to my account. That is exactly what will happen, by the way, in other industries. That's easy money. And that easy money would be blood money for me. Therefore, I will not do this test series nonsense. My goal would be to teach you how to check your own answers. See, when you know exactly what the examiner is really asking, that is when you will give them what they want. That's important. There's this quote I've always spoken of. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach them how to fish. That's how you feed them for a lifetime. Okay, so I will teach you how to fish, even if you don't like protein. Clear? Any questions, anyone? It will be free of cost, by the way, not taking money. The sessions will be free for PSIR, whosoever is part of PSIR at MisFits. Any questions, anyone? But you will have to do your duty. I'm happy to take questions because it's a controversial advice. I want you to be clear in how you will segment and do things in the next 60 days. Five seconds, 4 seconds. Clear? Rule number 1. Now let me show you a very interesting video. Watch through it and tell me your thoughts. What's happening? Why am I showing you this video?
Oi, well watched. Yeah. Outside. Outside.
This goes on. Any thoughts, anyone? Sai?
I have seen it is a green pitch. I think it is known for unbounce and it is hardest pitch. I think we need to prepare for that.
Okay. Anyone else? Any other thoughts? There's no penalty to speak. Nitesh, glad to see you. Tell me more about the interview. How was it?
Yeah, it was the whatever we had planned. It was like that. The structuring of things, it went well. It was like but a calm room. What we had created.
And who was the board member?
It was Dinesh Das sir. 4 members. 1 lady member was also there, and in between what she said that while she was asking a question, she asked something. So I was thinking like I was looking at the base of the table, and then sir, the board president said, let's move to the next question. And then he asked, would you like to answer that question, Nitish? So I said yes. Then ma'am again said he thinks before he speaks. So that was a good moment. I thought that it's going well. She's praising in kind of, I thought of. Then after that, the full interview was like game changing. Means I was calm, I was smiling. It went well. And although I gave above average answer, but it was structured. Because after coming out of the hall, I thought that I could have given more good answer, but it's fine. It's fine. I am totally satisfied with what I had done there.
I think we spoke 4 or 5 days ago. You were horrible. But I'm glad it worked out well. I think the good thing is that you focused on the things that I told you, and it worked out. And also, I'll have a brief call with you immediately after this session, and the link would be same. Okay, so you can rejoin once I end the meeting. And yeah, after you. Thoughts? And by the way, when is your result expected?
It will be by 15th of June, around prelims.
All right. So we saw Virat Kohli. He's not in stadium. He's just doing a net practice session. Not sure how many of you have bold deliveries to these players. They also tell you, keep on pulling me in that same direction multiple times. I want to use and practice my same cover drive again and again. They edited some of these snippets to make it look more holistic, where he's pulling a pull shot, cover drive, and whatnot. But there is no crowd, there's no clamor. But what you see is repetition. You see sweat. Most importantly, you see focus. That is what I want you all to observe. Many say that, these footballers, these cricketers, what skills do they have? A footballer that can dribble the ball, making billions of dollars. Scientists, on the other hand, getting 1% of it. But to just, when Neeraj Chopra throws that javelin, look at the effort he puts in. Not on that day, but before that. That is what he is getting paid for. Same goes for scientists. The ones who are putting the repetition, sweat, focus, they also get. And you will also get. So the Virat Kohli that you saw is not the Kohli in a World Cup final. What's the reason why Kohli does not need 10 different coaches? Do you think he goes on to watch 20 YouTube tutorials before batting in every match? Why doesn't he try new grip, new stance, new trick every month? What's the reason? Or is he changing his style every month? He's hiring a new coach every month. Yes?
Maybe what I think is after the continuous repetition of what he has done, I think he has already mastered and he knows that this is the best suited thing for me.
Because he knows something that most of the UPSC aspirants are forgetting. It's not more about the input. It's about deeper mastery. It's not about how much you collect. It's about how well do you perform under pressure. Okay? So first thing is clear, no useless test series. No anxious wait time for for someone to judge us. Second thing is that you have to minimize your resources. The most important step for the next 60 days. I do not care if you have a PhD in political science. If you're an engineer from IIT or a doctor studying PSIR for the first time, you will not refer to any other notes, no market material, no toppers compilation, no coaching PDF from Telegram. But you will entirely rely on those 120 episodes and 7 seasons of Misfits. That is it. We worked very hard for those 120 episodes every day. It was not a copy-pasted job. Everything was laid out strategically, planned out. And most importantly, 120 episodes, easily doable multiple times before your mains. So you will watch them, you will rewatch them, you will make notes from them, you will own them. Because in every class, in every episode from season 1 to season 7, we did not just cover the syllabus, and you all know this. Anyone? What did we do? We reverse engineered. We reverse engineered what gets marks in UPSC. By the way, many a times there are many engineers, economic students. They score the highest in the subject versus the PSIR undergrads and PhDs. Why? Because they are studying not to top the university exam. The goal is simple. Give whatever is asked for in this optional paper by UPSC. I will exactly give whatever is being asked for. I will fool the examiner into believing that I know all the answers. And no one can write it better than I do, even if I do not know the answer. They're going in with the idea, I don't care about university, PhD, nothing. I just want to score 310 plus in this optional paper. That's the goal. Just imagine if you're scoring that much on optional. You won the battle. Even if you're ruining your paper 1, paper 2, paper 3 in GS, still get the average scores. So in every class, every episode from season 1 to season 7, we did not just cover the syllabus. We reverse engineered what gets marks in UPSC. You have done all the hard work for you. You just have one duty now to apply it. Learn these structures. Learn those hacks that I told you about, how to code thinkers. You have to do that. That's how you will fool the examiner. You have to apply those frameworks of realism, liberalism, Marxism. You've got to give an example that you may read through even one day before your mains examination from the newspapers. You've got to inject value, current affairs, insights, but most importantly, within that structure that I have spoken of. We studied, every class we studied how to win the paper. And you do not need 50 books, 15 books, or whatever books. One focused method is more than enough. So for the next 60 days, you will go back to what Kohli is. You will not be distracted. You will not care about what your peers are doing, most importantly. You will not care what Steve Smith is doing. You will not try to impress the world. Just train for execution. That is what you are training for. Not to impress me, not to impress your peers, to perform silently, surgically when it matters. Anyone has any doubts in terms of what to study in the optional for the next 60 days? Where should be my focus? I will take all your questions and answers. All your questions. I'll give the answers. I'll wait for a few seconds so that you can make up your mind if you have any questions. And you can have questions. Some may ask, sir, my friend was telling me that, they've covered 7 books with 15 PDFs and whatever. They know a lot. How will I compete with my limited knowledge? Manasvi, do you have that question?
No, sir, I don't have that question. So I want to ask that I have very recently joined PSIR and I haven't watched even single episode except the orientation one. So how many episodes should I watch and what should be my schedule? And secondly, in that GS program, I haven't watched the essay, 4 episodes of essay module. So should I watch that also?
I told you to enjoy for the last few days. Are you clearing prelims?
Yes, definitely.
So I told you to enjoy for a few days. You were not supposed to study at all.
No, I haven't studied anything. I'm just asking, should
Okay.
I have watched Netflix, I have eaten anything, I have gone out with my sister, I haven't done
Okay.
anything.
We'll talk about that. But up until now, anyone has any doubts in terms of what material to use? Crash courses will crash you. You've got to focus on foundations. It is your optional paper. So you all have to cover those all episodes multiple times, non-negotiable. It could be hard, but it is worth it. With crash courses, nothing will happen. So I'll take your question, Manasvi. I think I'll talk about it in just a few minutes. Anjala?
Sir, my question is almost the same question, sir. I have not joined PSIR module yet. So, is it really possible for me to complete that and rewatch it again in these 2 months? I'll definitely do hard work. I'll put my efforts, but
Okay.
is it possible? I just have the doubt.
Harsh?
Yeah. Am I audible? Yeah.
Yes.
No, I wanted to ask about the current affairs part. What about that? For
See, I think I've discussed this in the past that this current affairs nonsense has been promulgated to an extent that people think that whatever we're seeing, it's all current affairs. Just go through the episodes yourself and you will realize and learn to distinguish between what is current affairs versus what is foundational affairs. Many thinkers, many modern day writers have spoken about the uselessness of certain things. Israel, Palestine, or whatever, Kashmir issue. Do you think it's very new? Indus Water Treaty. When Modi ji came to power, that wasn't the talk of the town. Every 5 years, that's the talk of the town. Especially for a student of politics who has studied PSIR. You should have a clarity, what is foundational affairs, what is current affairs. Having said this, we will have a few deep dive sessions. But again, I'll teach you foundational affairs. I will not teach you current affairs. Current affairs are nonsense. Of course, people wrap it up, package it up as current affairs, make you cram a few things. But again, my idea is to train your thoughts, your brain cells into a scenario where you read things on your own and you realize what is white, what is black, what is gray. Okay, so we'll have those deep dive sessions which are aimed towards current affairs. But my simplest urge is those 120 episodes should be watched. And of course, newspapers become critical. At least read through it on your own, at least for an hour. And see what all additions examples can you quote. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll divide these 60 days into 3 phases of learning. Okay. So phase 1 starts from today. What date do we have today? 30th May. And it will end approximately on 18th June. Phase 2 will start from 19th June, will end on 8th July. And phase 3 will start on 9th July and will end on 28th July. When is the mains examination? Only Himanshu knows the date. That's it. Shweta?
Sir, it is on 22 August.
22nd August. So we will have almost a month then. We would have wrapped up these 120 episodes. That leaves us a lot of time to again redo a few things and we'll talk. I will meet with you after you're done with each phase. So phase 1, what are you going to do? You will start with season 1 and season 5 together. Let me just see. Can anyone open your portal for PSIR and do the screen sharing and tell me and confirm those seasons? Who can do it? Himanshu, can you do it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll also make you co-host so that you can share this screen.
Just a minute. I'm just logging in. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
You think I've shared the screen? Just a minute. I'm doing it again. And now?
Press on the green button. Share.
Okay, so it's locked. Just a minute. So it's asking me to quit my Zoom room, then to reopen.
Okay, don't worry then. Okay, not needed. See, so the thing is, you all have access to your portal. So just read through the headings of the portal. So phase 1, you will start with season 1 and season 5 together. On a daily basis, you should be spending almost 80% of your time mastering this optional subject. Again, a very non-traditional advice because you have other subjects also. Anyone doubting this? 80% on optional. At a time when new courses are coming in, talking about main strategy, mains hack, what means mentorship program. And then I'm dedicating all my time for optional. What's the total weightage of your optional subject in UPSC mains? On paper, we see 500 marks. Compare that to GS. Paper 1 to paper 4, it's 1000 marks. But the major jump you will see will happen in essay, in your optional, and your interviews. That's it. Optional scores, they vary, 200 to 320, 330. That's 130 marks. GS on the way things are, it does not vary much. Most people, they cluster around similar scores. Basis, they are following through some advices that I will talk about tomorrow. You will all get similar scores, or if you are really good, you may score extra. There will be a lot of hard work, but my idea is simple. I will work smart. I will not blindly work very hard. I don't have infinite time. That is why I will focus on my highest return assets, especially if the optional is PSIR. You all have a major advantage on your own. Your subject overlaps heavily with GS. Not just with GS, but also with essay. Think about all the essays that UPSC has asked. Democracy is not just the form of government, it's a spirit. Ethics and politics in modern world. Those are the questions asked. Directly, you can answer through your season 1, season 2, season 3 around political theory, philosophy, global politics. You can use Plato, Aristotle, Ambedkar, Rawls, Amartya Sen, Hannah Arendt, Machiavelli, Gandhi, whosoever you like. You can easily make your essay look very rich, very profound, differentiated, as long as you will follow through on some broader frameworks I will talk about as and when we discuss GS. That is why I'm requesting you to focus 80% of your time on your optional paper. Essay is not the end. Look at GS1. Here also you will see subtle overlaps. Post-independence consolidation, covered directly in what we discussed. Social movements in India. Read about Dalit movements, feminists, tribal movements. Direct overlap. Role of women, globalization, society. You all should be expert already in writing answers on globalization. To those who have gone through the subject at least once, they know this story. And of course, you can raise your hands if you agree. Paper 2. Look at GS paper 2. Polity, governance, IR. Entire overlap. Federalism, pressure groups, international relations, important thinkers. Look at paper 3. Security issues, and IR. It overlaps with what we discussed. We discussed security challenges in the Northeast, why it happens. We discussed a lot about Jammu and Kashmir, the AFSPA, and various other kinds of issues. We've discussed about liberalization, development, governance models, political economy. Still not ending, essay, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. Look at paper 4, ethics. These ethical philosophies, thinkers like Gandhi, Marx, Ambedkar, they will provide moral frameworks. Kautilya, Plato, Machiavelli, they are very relevant to all your case studies. Justice, equality, liberty, duty, these are all themes of your ethics and also PSIR. So anyone still thinking Where should I be spending most of my time for the next 60 days? That is why I'm doing PSIR session first before before the main session. This is the core. Because you're not just preparing for 500 marks, laying the foundations for more than 800 marks across UPSC means. So you've got to have clarity first. I have limited time, 60 days. Where will I put that amount of time? Allow your friends to be distracted. Allow them to join various mains mentorship programs. Eventually, you will realize the marks will not hover much for paper 1, 2, 3, and 4. "60 days are more than enough to master things at foundation level. Yes, if you're joining in useless crash courses, test series for both mains and also for your optional, then you're doomed. First, why? Because Japanese cheap people pay twice. They look for easy solutions. They want discounts. They want subsidies. That is why they're cheap. Do you see Mukesh Ambani ji haggling? So your focus is simple. Every day you will watch 3 episodes from season 1 and 2 episodes from season 5. Approximately in 11 days, if you're looking at your portal, you will be done with your Western political thinkers. Not just that, you will also be done with major portions of your paper 2. Not just that, all the questions that UPSC has asked or could ask from those topics. You will make sure that whatever I'm discussing, whatever structures I'm saying, you are writing it down in your notebook. You may not write entire discussions, but you will write the questions and answers at least, what I'm discussing. Because that is what you will revise and re-revise. That is where you will also put in value additions. Now, this is a strategy for those who have done PSIR once before. And of course, there are so many of you who may do this for the first time. So in your case, bring down that number. To anyone who has joined in recently, bring down that number. So there are 120 episodes. You have 60 days. Of course, you have more than 60 days. I think you have approximately 80-ish days. But then again, accordingly maneuver it. Simple math, you can do that. Season 1, the issue with season 1 is not the issue, but the rationale for season 1 was because since you were starting with Pol Science, those episodes are shorter in duration in comparison to, let's say, the episodes you may watch in season 4 or 5. So 5 episodes of season 1 could be equivalent to 3 episodes of season 3. So do that math accordingly. But for now, phase 1, focus on season 1 and season 5 together. Don't have this idea that first I'll study Western philosophers and I'll 5 years later or 5 months later I'll pick up something else. No. Do that together. We will meet after 20 days. But for 20 days, your goal should be to wrap up season 1, season 5, and some bits of season 6, and study nothing else. Season 1, season 5, and season 6, plus you will read newspapers every day for 1 hour at least. I'm saying season 5 and season 6 because those are foundations, and you will now see many things in current affairs linked to those foundations. I don't want to leave those things until the end. That's the beauty of self-paced model. You've got everything on platter. Now you have to strategically use it. You don't have to wait for someone else to teach you. Try connecting theories to practice. Any questions up until now? On anything that I've spoken? Of course, there are many controversial things, and I am happy to debate and engage with you. But there are some things that we have to do. to beat our competitors. And that is why we have to focus on certain core things first, wrap them up, and when we have the time in the end, we'll focus on low-hanging other items. Ranveer?
Sir, I have covered season one so far. So should I do it again or should I complete five and six?
Okay,
Because I
good.
haven't completed all at once.
See, I'm assuming you all are grown-ups. That's my assumption. So you all know your strengths and weaknesses. So my idea was for those who have attended live classes once and now they've forgotten because 2-3 months they engage with prelims activities and then they will restart and redo things. So depending upon your own strengths and weaknesses, pick up those seasons. But my goal is that after those 20 days, you should be expert in few things. And you should have noted down those questions and answers. And if I were to randomly ask you a question, you should have it ready. Within 30 seconds, you can give me the answer. In every class, in every episodes, we have focused on building foundations, conceptual clarity, linking things to practice, current affairs, and whatnot. But then we also did one thing on how to write the answer. So what you know is good. You all will know a lot of things by the end of the module. But what you write is extremely critical for me. You will be judged based on what you write, not what you know. So you've got to practice that. Do not worry about speed of your handwriting right now. We'll work on those things in the end. But for now, just focus on building answers. Soumya?
Yes, I just wanted to know. So you said that this time 80% should be focused on the optional, and then tomorrow you will give us the framework for the rest 20% for the other, like means
Yeah.
20%. Okay.
Okay, good. So that's it for today. Anyone else has any kind of question, I'm happy to answer it. You can take, like, let's say 30 seconds to think about your questions, and I'll take all those questions at one go. Okay? 30 seconds. Okay, we have a lot of questions. So let's start. Sudiksha, after you.
Hi, sir. I have not been part of the PSIR optional. I am a new joinee. I joined in April. I had a small doubt regarding the GS preparations. In your live orientations, you told you start with polity, the next day you're doing geography, and then economy. You told a series to maintain a routine. I'm just curious as to, I just complete 2 episodes a day. I am anxious now. Am I doing right? Am I going slow? Am I paced right? I have a lot of confusions regarding this. So I really wanted some guidance on this.
With someone who's clearing prelims versus following that strategy can perhaps talk more about it. And there are many in this community who can talk about it in terms of anxiety. But my idea for now, Sudiksha, is that you should focus on core subjects. When are you attempting the examination?
So 2026.
26. So you have a lot of time.
Yeah.
So my idea is that focus on core subjects. These are polity, society, governance, geography, economics, and history. Okay. Relax, stay relaxed, and just focus on these 4 subjects for now. Ethics, I mean, tomorrow I'll talk about the main strategy with many of the misfitters. Ethics, essay, what else? Environment, science and tech. This all will happen. But for now, focus on core. Those subjects will teach you a lot more about how to learn than whatever you are learning. Learning environment, learning science and tech, learning physics would become easier for you. So for now, just stay calm, be patient. And if anyone has anything to add onto this, who has been through this journey, please speak out loud, and perhaps Sudiksha can take some cue. You can raise that, I think, is any other button other than raise hand? So I can figure out who can help Sudiksha. But someone who's clearing prelims this time around. No one wants to help her. Okay. Any other questions, Sudiksha? Okay. So for now, let's focus on that. And we'll have session before your prelims examination, and we'll discuss all the strategies. We'll meet in networking of nights. We'll meet in the deep dive sessions. All of those will begin starting June. Okay. Panchaka, when is your Jammu and Kashmir mains?
So it's starting from 23rd July.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question regarding that I have exactly 55 days until that the mains start. So the strategy for optional, should I mean, tweak something from this, or should I continue as you have told us for?
See, I do not know. I have told this time and again, I don't care about your state services. Whatever you are doing with state services is good. You're clearing it. And you will be happy for next 4 or 5 years after you clear the examination. But after that, life will not be that easy. Okay, when you see youngsters coming in, giving you orders, direct recruits is what they call. So it gets very traumatizing. So you have got to pick and choose your battles. Your North Star, as per me, should be the foreign services or the IAS, the UPSC examination. And I think you're clearing prelims. So you should focus on that. And my idea is, if you're clearing prelims, there should be no excuse to not see your name in the list. We are going to work extra hard this time around. Okay, so J and K should be a plan B and should remain plan B and should be gauged accordingly. Talk to Ikshu. I think she cleared the examination. She may be able to tell you. Did you talk to her?
No, sir, I haven't had a conversation with her for now.
Okay.
But I'll show you.
I think her optional was different, but she can assist you. She can also tell you that, she's, I think, not writing civil services anymore. She's perhaps happy with her state services SDM job. And that's good. Everyone has different. Narasimha?
Yeah, sir. Sir, to share answer responses or any queries, will you be creating any group, LinkedIn group or any?
Yeah, a group. It's a waste of time creating groups. There is politics with groups. There is FOMO with groups. It messes up your brain cells. If simple task, we have designed phenomenal lectures for you. Focus on that. We will have networking of nights. We'll meet with each one of you on monthly basis. I'll meet with you after every phase. What will you do with groups? Of course, when there is need, we will do it. But for now, I think it's a waste of time. You're just giving me ideas, you're giving ideas to all those in old Rajendra Nagar. See, do all these things, and that's how your students will fail. Deepak. I think you joined PSIR late, right? or were you part of it from the beginning?
Yes, sir, a little bit late, but I have completed once all. So my question is, should we solve, it means during the first 20 days, or should we solve PYQs along with the lecture, or what should we do?
Absolutely not, because we have done all the PYQs in those
Yes, sir.
lectures. So you just have to write down the questions and answers and the exact way that I'm telling you. Okay. Those lectures are more than enough. Of course, there can be some gaps that you may think are the gaps, but once you're done with the lectures, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, no matter what question is asked, you will be in a position to fool the examiner into believing that you should get the highest marks. There is an end to learning things. There are a few things that you need to do good. Dhoni had that helicopter shot. To attain mastery over certain limited things. People will remember you for that. Yash?
Sir, I am currently doing my GS part for now. I am willing to attempt in 2026. I have done around 15 episodes of each polity, economy, geography, and history. So,
Is it
what I was thinking,
15 episodes?
15 total, or of each subject, 15 episodes.
Okay. So 60 episodes.
Yes, around 60 years. So I wanted to ask, so for now, my schedule is I am doing 4 lectures of each subject every day. And I am currently, as you said, doing foundations only. I'm not reading newspapers for now. So what do you advise me at this stage? Should I go with that newspaper thing, or should I once complete the whole these 4 subjects, then I should go with it?
Good. Now hold on. So my advice is, that's a good thing that all of you are here, have PSIR as the optional. So do those 4 subjects plus for 90 minutes on daily basis if you're attempting in 2026. Do PSIR optional. Watch the recording. Extremely critical. Like I told you, 80%, more than 80%, you will see in your mains would be from those 7 seasons. I've discussed incredible hacks there on how to write answers, how to structure answers, how to answer within 30 seconds, how to even read current affairs. Remember the class on Argentina that we had? Anyone? Just by naming one country, we can decipher what may happen there. How can India's relationship with Argentina be? This current affairs market, this is an insane market in the UPSC industry. I don't know why no one is questioning that market, but still. So do those foundations well, and you will yourself realize how easy it is to gauge and read through Economic Times or Hindu and see what's happening in the world. Go on.
Currently, as you said, 4 hours of GS and 90 minutes for PSIR, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't be going for the newspaper thing for now.
Okay, but read for 30 minutes. Read. Do not make notes, but just read. Browse through the headlines.
No, watching your episode, it's clear that I'm not making notes of newspaper because it's useless. At the end, I know I'm not going to read all of that big paper of big bunches of it. So what I was thinking, at this stage, some concepts are like that. I wasn't able to understand what is actually going on with this newspaper, and it's like too much messy in it.
Now, hold on. That's fine. Just pressurize your brain cells. This is what I don't know. Browse through the newspapers for 30 minutes. I'm not asking you to make notes. I'm just requesting you to browse through it. Read the headlines. Read the opinion. See what all you can gauge. But most importantly, every day your focus should be 4 episodes or those 4 subjects plus 90 minutes of optional PSIR. It's a golden optional. Deepak.
Sir, I was asking when to take leave for this men's means what is the timing? I think
So
when
how much? See, I think you are clearing prelims.
yes,
So
sir.
is it possible to take leave for 2 months?
Sir, yes, sir, I will try.
Okay. So take it in the end because as late as possible. Um, so for now, focus on whatever we've discussed for phase one. And once phase one is done, I think results will also be out. And if you're clearing it, take leave because I know we will see you in the IAS or IPS or wherever.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So it's just a month or couple of months of salary gone, but it's a good investment in the long run. Okay. Then rejoin your railways after that because it will augur really well for your interviews once you're done with your means. Okay. Anyone else? No questions? Nothing? I'm seeing you for the first time, Yash.
Sir, I have joined recently, and this is my second one, second live cohort. Sir,
Where are you from?
I'm from Gujarat, Kutch.
Oh, nice.
Sir, one thing
You will hate my
with all
PSIR
the
classes, but okay.
no, there's no reason for it. I won't see with any
I've made many
biases.
comments in Gujarat.
Thank you, Modi ji.
Okay.
Sir, one thing I wanted to ask is when do I, after this strategy is fine, I will be on it. What this ethics, all these other subjects, ethics, environment, science, and tech. So, what about that? Or what am I going to do about it?
You leave those worries for me. Okay, right now, this is what you should do. And by the way, I think I was about to announce this next time. I think we'll have few sessions on ethics for mains. And we're designing these sessions with Daisy. Daisy is now our in-house expert. She got into the IRS. So we'll aim for a really good score in ethics. But we'll discuss all that tomorrow. And yeah, we'll upload a few other sessions. Anything else? Anyone? No one else? Good to see so many faces. I rarely get to meet you all. If anyone wants to just talk, I wouldn't mind that. Or show some anger, show some love, whatever. Narzimo?
Yeah, sir. Sir, I got an interview call for again for Indian Air Force. So I'm feeling like I haven't been outside for 8 months. So shall I pay for the interview?
When is it?
Is in June 27th.
June 27th. So, I mean, we have time for it. So let's discuss this after we are done with our first phase one call or in networking of nights. My idea is simple. We will do whatever is needed to crack mains this time around because clearing prelims is precarious. If you're clearing prelims once, make the best use of that opportunity. If it were, happening today or tomorrow, the AFCAT, right? The interview, then I would have advised you to go to the SSB center and have fun for 5 days. But right now, I mean, on 27th June, for the time we have left for mains, we will have to discuss the situation. This is how you are doing in your core preparation. Okay? Because that's the time when many of your peers will be outperforming you. You will compete with them. Many people who are writing mains, they're already in services. We're competing with them also. Yeah.
Sir, actually, I haven't completed the syllabus. My marks is around 26.
No. So if you're not clearing the examination, then go and have fun. If you're clearing the prelims examination, then different story.
Yeah. Hi, good morning, sir. Sir, can I instead write a mail because right now I have a lot to talk about. Um, my prelims went well, but there are a few doubts that I want your advice on. So can I just write a mail instead?
Okay, so for any PSIR oriented query, write it on PSIR at the rate PSIR by misfits at the rate gmail.com.
All right.
Okay. Malika?
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I'm an alumni of this Tata Institute of Social Sciences, and 2 days before I was appearing for my prelims, I got a show cause notice for speaking against the interest of nation. I used to go to play football in my campus, and this happened, and like no like if the problem even was there, I received it in 25 days. Like many things are haphazard around it. I will write a mail, but this happened, and currently I'm writing a reply on that.
You're lucky you just got show cause notice. Look at me. I had to be in Delhi for a few weeks, almost a month. Sneezing, I was coughing. Delhi's dust. No worries, I think it's just show cause notice. Just tell them the reason and be rational. It's all solvable. If they were to do something more meaningful, they would have filed a suit against you. Tapish? See, I will not be the right guy to ask such questions, okay? I will think your problems are so minor, given the kinds of I've been facing. Go on, Tapish.
Hi, sir. I'll short try some profile.
Can't hear you well. There's a lot of air.
Right. Just a minute.
Check with Himanshu in the meantime. Tapish, I'll come back to you. So I'm checking with Himanshu for now.
So right after the prelims, I wrote an email to on the ID Misfits IFS because there were so many things going on in my mind. I really wanted you to have
We'll
to
discuss
read that mail.
everything. So of course we may have received a few emails and I would not have responded as of now. Perhaps because my response would not have helped. So we'll do a detailed discussion on the next steps through a conversation. Okay. I may schedule one-on-one conversations. I may have it during networking of night. So I may do this on a special session. So don't stress. Replies could be delayed, but they will be a reply. Tabish, all set?
Yes, sir. Hi, sir. I think I'll fall short by some 4-5 marks. My score is 79. So I don't think I'm clearing prelims this time. But I wanted to ask you about the media initiative by Misfits.
Yeah, so we have started the hiring process. We have onboarded 2 people for now, and we'll of course be hiring more people. So see, for any organization to grow, we have to have a lot of people. Okay, so but this will be done again in phases. So if not received rejections yet, you will still be considered. It will be part-time role for all those who are applying in. So if you have a full-time role already cleared out for you, then join that. And we will be flexible. We'll design it accordingly. Okay. I also want to prioritize those who may appear for their interviews also. So those who have cleared their prelims will write mains. And the reason is they will see some advantage of their improved CV, the work experiences in the interviews. So I want to also prioritize those people. But of course, we'll see how we can engage with you in whatever capacity. Sushma?
Hello, sir. Hope you're doing well. And happy birthday, Soumya. So I just want to talk about my
Soumya just has
prelims.
like two, 3 friends. Only they wished her happy birthday.
Yes, sir. So I just want to talk about my prelims experience. So I was someone who was aiming for 2026 prelims and I suddenly shifted it to 2025. So I think 1 month before prelims, I went through a lot of emotional upheaval because I didn't know if I will be able to give it my best. Nonetheless, I think my experience in the exam hall was so different. because I usually want a silenced room for me to concentrate. But in the exam hall, while I was writing the exam, I realized that there was so much going on around, and the invigilators talking, but I still was not distracted. It was a very meditative experience, if I may say so. It was very weird to say this to somebody who did not attend these classes, and they couldn't understand what was I saying, because my sister came to pick me up, and she was looking at the other students, and most of them were very anxious. And I came out smiling, saying it was very good. And but I don't think I'm clearing it, sir. I just counted my marks. But nonetheless, the experience was really good, and of course, looking forward for the mains.
Okay, I'm so sorry to hear this. I don't know what's wrong with invigilators. Why they have to talk? It's for 2 hours. Invigilate. Venkatesh?
Sir, I'm in CSAT paper, I'm getting exactly around exactly 66.67, sir. So I'm not sure whether I would be clearing the cutoff. I can't sleep properly, sir. Thinking whether I'll clear or not.
This is saddening because there are many who clear paper 1 and stuck in paper 2. See, Venkatesh, now you have to decide how would you want to leverage next few days? What if you end up clearing it? If you were clear that I'm not clearing it, then that's easy. If you're clear that you're clearing it, that's also easy because you know what to do. In your case, if you do nothing and you end up clearing it because you're clearing paper 1, but with paper 2, this is an issue where you're scoring exactly equivalent to what the cutoff is. Like Rukmani Rayar, who scored exactly what the cutoff was in 2011 or 2012. And she got second rank. If you were to just wait for results, wasting her time, she would have been so behind the peers. It's a competitive examination, especially for mains, it is. Okay, so whatever has happened has happened. This is the unfortunate situation that we are in. Paper 1 sorted, but paper 2, exactly the cutoff. Let's hope for the best, work hard. If the result is in favor, good. That's the last examination you will give. If it's not in favor, then we'll try one more time, if needed. If that's not what you want to do, then we'll have a different session. I will have a session with those who may not end up clearing the examination also. Okay. But I don't think hard work ever goes to waste. But here we'll be doing smart work also. For last few days, you were supposed to enjoy. I hope you have done that. If not, then at least take a day off. Adityan?
So I actually wants to deliver a note of thanks to the people in the PSIR community, especially to the one who was actively engaged in all the classes.
Why
Because
especially women?
for the first, yes, sir. Because for the first couple
What
of
about
seasons, I
Himanshu?
was not much. Sir?
What about all the men who actively participated? I'm
I
breaking
said
your speech.
people.
But okay.
I haven't said women. I said people.
Okay.
People in this community.
Become a good
Yeah,
politician.
and all the genders. So I haven't mentioned women alone. I have said all the people in the community.
Okay.
Because for the first couple of seasons, I wasn't much active in the classes. After I have seen everyone, especially people like Himanshu, Jitesh, Soumya, happy birthday to her, Janan, Myra, and Venkatesh. And I have seen them and I have closely observed them, how they are capable of writing good answers, giving good answers. By them, simply I have tried to compete with them. After the end of every class, I would like to try to compete with them by observing them and following their steps, something I could add, so that I was able to participate somehow much. Sometimes I feel like because of their activeness, engaged myself into the classes, and that is what I want to thank them all.
Okay, good. I think Adityan, you also improved a lot in the journey. I saw your progress. So good job. Rajshri.
Yeah. So, sir, things didn't go really well. I think I mailed you earlier.
But you never wrote your prelims only, no?
Yeah, I didn't, but back in the hindsight, whatever was happening, like there were some family issues. I mailed you regarding that. So things really didn't go well. But nevertheless, your sessions in prelims, although it directly helped those who were actually giving the exams, it indirectly helped me because I was like attending the classes, the sessions regularly. It helped them, but in the hindsight, it also helped me to calm my nerves because I was very anxious and so many things were happening at the same time. College, family issues, even my own personal problems and all. But yeah, thank you for the email also that you actually replied and it really helped me. And I was able to, be calm. And by I think May, I was like fine. By early May, I had my exams also, and I'm glad actually I didn't appear this year because I don't know how I would have handled whatever actually happened at the time. And provided Delhi University administration is really bad because they also conduct the master's exam, post graduation exams, both for semester like first year and second year, at the same time when prelims is actually around the corner. So many of my friends who were actually appearing for prelims this year, they faced a lot of problem because meanwhile they were getting off track from their preparation because of the exams that actually commenced from 13th May and that ended on 21st. And for second year, it's worse because they had their exams all around 25th of May itself. Post that one also. But yes, whatever happened this year, I think I got a glimpse of what might go wrong next year. So obviously, I'm prepared for that.
Okay. I'll tell you one thing. By next year, I will have like 50, 60 cases against me. I will perhaps be cancelled also. But I also know one thing that I will still show up. And in your classes or special sessions or wherever. I want the same scenario with you. Not just cases, everyone will face issues with family. Such a long drawn process, 1 year time span. We cannot envisage what will happen. We have absolutely zero control over the future. No one has. So I'm of the opinion it's not about what is happening to us, it's all about how we react to it. If in your mind you know that I'm going to write the examination, I will do it. Doesn't matter how high is my fever. There are people clear the examination despite having fever. Despite losing both parents, one person appeared for the interview. Got into IPS. Every day after clearing an examination, he cried. The people who mattered the most to me, not here. So it is always about how we react, and we can never be prepared for future, but we can have a mindset that is ready for the future. Let's develop that, and I'm sure you all will grow and thrive. To all those who have cleared their prelims or are on the verge of clearing it, this has to be your last prelims. Do not make this a hobby. There are so many who make this a hobby. Okay, aim for the highest ever score in your optional paper, and this will have direct relations with how you perform in your mains also. So for now, focus is 80% of your time should be dedicated to your optional paper. That will give you the highest returns. And those returns could also be indirect. Some may not score 310. Some may score 270 or 260 in their optional. But based on what they're studying, they may end up scoring really high score in essay, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4 in the interviews. So when you are studying PSIR, don't assume that you're not paying heed to GS. You're paying heed to it already. Okay. So your goal is simple. Focus on phase 1 for now for PSIR plus 1 hour of newspaper reading. For those appearing 2026, 30 minutes of newspaper reading. 1 hour is bare minimum, by the way. Newspapers are important so that you can quote some examples in your answers. Of course, I've discussed so many examples in your classes. You can also quote that. But yeah, that's the bare minimum you've got to do. Okay, good luck, everyone. Good seeing you. Tomorrow we'll meet and we'll inform you of the time on the WhatsApp group for GS means preparation. 20% effort.